Hello, my name's Amy and I'm here today to show you how to test the Zoll M series defibrillator. Have either of you ever had anything to do with a defibrillator?
Very little.
Okay. Alright, well, defibrillators are used in code situations when patients are in a lethal heart rhythm, and it's necessary to test the defibrillator on a regular basis. And here at our hospital we test every 24 hours, so once a day the defibrillator gets tested. Can you guess why we need to test the defibrillator?
Make sure it works.
Certainly, yes. So we want to make sure that whenever we're about to use it on a patient that we don't have a malfunction with the battery or with the equipment. And so we need to make sure that we test it to make sure that it's going to be ready whenever a patient needs it. So I'm going to show you now just some basics about the defibrillator. Defibrillators, the M series that we use, you can monitor a patient. So if we turn this dial to monitor, this will allow you, by using the electrodes here, the leads, to monitor a patient's heart rhythm. And you can change the lead that you're looking at based on this button here, changing the lead to, you can look through the paddles, you can look through the leads through 3 different leads. If we turn this dial to defibrillate, this is where we start talking about using energy whenever a patient's in a lethal heart rhythm and we want to shock them. You've heard the term, we want to shock the patient out of that rhythm. Mm-hmm. That's what we do with defibrillate. And then if we turn it down here to the green section, this is what we use whenever we want to pace a patient, and this is for purposes of a patient whose heart isn't beating effectively, and we need to get their pulse under control. So we can turn it to pace, and we can actually, just like an internal pacemaker, but this is an external pacemaker, and it's a transcutaneous, so it goes through the skin. But today we're going to talk about how to test the defibrillator. So whenever we test the defibrillator, which we've already established is to make sure that the equipment works, we want to turn it to defib, because we're going to test that shocking mechanism of the defibrillator. On the paddle, here on this side, is a cord that's attached to the defibrillator, and this is a test defibrillator socket that we can put this into to deliver a test shock into. This allows us to deliver shock into this without hurting anybody, because it is electricity, it is live, and we don't want anybody to get hurt. So we always want to make sure that whenever we test, this cord is plugged into the test defibrillator, okay? Whenever we do that, we see here, it automatically defaults to 200 joules, but we want to turn that down because 200 joules is quite a bit of electricity, and our test defibrillator won't take that much energy, but it'll take about 30 joules. So right here where it says energy select, we're just going to dial that down to 30. Then we press charge. It'll continue that high-pitched noise and do that noise whenever it's ready. You see the red light up button? Mm-hmm. We press that to deliver the shock into the test defibrillator. And now we have effectively tested our defibrillator. So now I'd like to give each one of you the opportunity to test the defibrillator and show me, return the demonstration that I just showed you.
Okay.
All right, so David, or Marge, whichever, whoever wants to go first. We can turn this more towards you.
Okay.
So it's kind of tricky. So over here on this side, there's a little slide button. If you press on that and pull at the same time. There you go.
Okay.
Perfect. So you turn it to defib.
It says it's at 200, so I want to go down at 30.
Okay.
Okay. Charge.
Yep.
Now it's ready.
Yep. And you have successfully tested the defibrillator. Great job. All right.
Put it back in the clothes.
Oh yes,
Sorry.
thank you.
I'll do this first. fib. And 30. Charge. And shock. And turn it off. So it doesn't use any more power.
Exactly. So now you both have successfully tested the defibrillator. And do you have any questions?
No. Not that I can think of, no.
Okay. All right. Well, I have a brief 5-question test for each of you to complete, and that completes our class. Thank you.